Alice Notley. I started reading her in grad school 10 years ago, and I just really got hooked on her. Read Mysteries of Small Houses, which was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize. The Descent of Alette, which is one of her well-known works. This book I've been reading for the past month or so, Reason and Other Women, takes poetry to a different kind of structural level, and it's struggling with reading it, but I like the struggle. I like the challenge. I like it when poetry challenges me. So that's what I like about Alice Notley, is the challenge. I think she's a poet who thinks with her heart and feels with her mind. And I think that's, for me, a good mark of a poet, is somebody who can do that. I also think that she knows what she sees, but she also, as a poet, dares to see beyond what she knows. Without further ado, I'll read a poem of Alice Notley. Clinical thermometer set with moonstone. I don't have any sentiments. Would somebody thing thirst my quench? How about my mediocrity of character? I dance with the dead divinely in my dreams. I'm stricken deaf when I mentioned it with my babies. Cry, they want everything quick, here, unmentioned, as character should be, like the porcupine. It must be carved in. Please, have you heard of the rogueness elephant with the brilliant diamond eyes? She is the puppet of the dictionary. Where is her beautiful orange juice? Puppy foot. When your father dies, he doesn't let you swoon into aventurine or spray of lily pearls of the valley. You do not bifurcate. You may supplicate. Play yourself to your camp heroine self. Play it, lady, play it. But delete, no matter. Thank you for breakfast. Today we will visit with the ear syringe. Be the current density, honey flower, ice egg. I love you as a fan loves air. Oops, it's I, vice versa I. Told you about that character. She is at bezel, awaiting the plop of a ruby. She must grow chronically. And I can't end, and I can't lie here. He held him in his own heart. Then may I, in my eye, now me. Fucking asshole. Alright, here's to the fucking assholes. Hey, I'm trying to read here. This is called Only Some of the Wind is as Good as Alice Notley is. She's a poet, comes rushing in as I explain her to her non-poet, non-colleague. Angry birds inside her race her to the finish. She, the poet, would understand her flesh and draw conclusions better than most wind. Put a cool rag over my face where icicles form. They form in the shape of her poems. Little by little, drops of intellectually, tastefully grunted out porn. Like wind tunnels, but only some wind tunnels. There goes all the luck in the world building upon itself. She understands a mild poison. She, the poet, understands away. She, the wind, understands searching. So my current book that I have, Look Baby, I have copies of it if you want one. The new stuff that I'm working on is about the concept of loss, and just the things that come in and out of our lives, and losing things and losing people and losing places that we've been to and losing memories, just losing anything and everything, just this wide concept of loss. So I've been kind of working on some poems about documenting the things that we lose, and when I'm thinking of documenting with my eyes what we see, and documenting with pen and paper. So this is kind of a rough kind of draft of what I'm working on. So this is called Outskirts. Border of town, boundary of brain is where lost ones are kept. Then the town grows as towns do, and new borders set as borders are. People walk around town and into old friends, lost things, around or through town, at a loss for words, keys nostalgic jammed in their brains, need their medications, need their medicines. Here's where and when this document ends. Flash forward and things come back, as things sometimes do, into certain mindsets. Sets of memories of losses around them, through them, spark crashing connections between synapses. Weak fences separate wide ridges in the brain, neurons popping, fire gun triggering. The city wants us nostalgia back, flashbacking time-wise, with a loss for words that is as narrow a mistake as can be, as is the groundbreaking headline reads, there are little splashes of lava in my globes. I see what you mean by that loss for of words. It's our nature to want to jump back a bit. Don't let it be or make a mistake out of you. She writes with synapses, ready to erase at her own will. She will not accept the going away things. She puts pencil down and drags them back into her room within her boundaries, records her fight, sees it in ink this time, keeps them where they belong, holds on, struggles, sweating sight of don't let go of the past. She deserves free will. She deserves sight. We all do. Document. Are those orbits in your skull fracture or erasers? Hold on. Headline. We are globes. We have the past inside us, not beside us. Lost. Hold. Onward. and look where you're going and put up your best damn fight. I was watching I was listening to an interview with Alice Notley on the internet, and she had said something about, I have it written down here, something about her some of her poems are kind of about, she writes about things that she, dreams about, kind of this coming in and out of consciousness. And that's what this next poem is about. It's called Vertigo. And this is also kind of inspired by the movie Vertigo.
I feel like maybe somebody should take him a glass of water or something.
What's that? Yeah. Vertigo. Today I have several thoughts. I choose the first of these thoughts to be my body and lay myself on the couch in front of an old movie. That's what I was thinking about. I just lost the scene. It's the falling that counts. Today I put myself together with an old movie. In it, innocent bystanders take note of varied bodily functions and positions and vocal exhibitions of a man falling. Have I put myself into that movie? If so, there's a scene where I fall into several thoughts at once. I choose the second of these thoughts to be my body. I give my body a name, stand it upright, and kiss it all over. Circling its outer perimeter. Count the spasms there with my tongue, 2 at a time, and swallow them whole. I am now drunk on my spasms, self-inflicted, put back together. I push my body to determine its will to return to me. Instead, I fall apart all over again, threefold this time. My body, along with its name, drops further down, back to where I have been laying in front of this old movie. Have I put that movie into myself? If so, how? If so, I return to it. It's the falling that counts, and I keep feeling pockets. Today I fell apart into several intricately shaped game pieces, but don't recall doing so until now. I dropped them into my pockets. Now I lay, feeling these pieces in my pockets. You are in them too. You are the muscle there. You kiss these pieces of me, slide them around your tongue's perimeter in a game. You set it up that way so we both end up winning. I feel pockets. I return to them all over again. You save us with your standard argument, your communicative techniques. You kiss, you drop. Today I lay on the couch devouring several thoughts at once. I drop myself into a glass of wine, tongue, name, and all. Fall into it, return to it. I watch an old movie regarding the memory part of the brain. That's the whole plot of it, the end. Lastly, this is, I think I wrote this back in grad school, actually. And this was inspired by Alice Notley. I think I was reading Mysteries of Small Houses, and this was inspired by reading that book. It's called Structure. In the back of my mind stands a house, and in that house various people walk in and out doors, and in those doors, windows. So everybody knows who's coming and going without missing a beat. The front of my mind, everybody who's coming and going knows, is missing a beat. So stand those doors and windows of various people who stand back in that house of my mind. Thank you so much.